so bila you dah jual rumah and you want so specifically this kind of property, you rasa you will end up homeless tak? Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
We are
Sisters in
property.
property.
Alhamdulillah, today is our
Sixth
sixth
episode.
sixth episode. And today we want to talk about something some people might find it boring. Sell first or buy first?
Some people may think that it's boring, but this is very important. Make sure that you have a house over your head. If not, remain homeless pula.
Yeah, don't know what you don't know. Sebab kadang-kadang you think you know, but you actually don't know. Confusing? Tak, okay. So, kalau even with the wrong move, right, you might end up with paying 2 mortgages atau
You'll be homeless.
let's see. Let us go deep into whether you should sell first ke, buy first ke, so that our viewers out there they know lah. At least they know the process before even deciding what to do. Okay, let us start with selling first. What happens kalau you sell your house first?
So you actually put your house on the market, you wait for a buyer, and you actually transact your selling of your house. It depends on the demand of your house, whether you sell it faster ke you sell it slower ke, depending on the market.
So kalau you sell first, right, you dah jual rumah you and then you want to buy. So if you want to buy, how much time you think you will need to buy a property, to buy a house?
It depends whether you know what you want, firstly, and whether that house is on the market.
And whether how choosy, how cerewet you are, because you know, you pernah tak dapat client, Kak, I nak rumah daripada blok tingkat 8 sampai tingkat 10, ni 2 je, I nak blok ni 2 je, I nak corner unit aja.
I nak
A lot of
renovated.
prerequisite.
Yes. Kalau gitu, you kasi 6 bulan pun tak dapat nak these 2
So your
blocks.
choices and your options get lesser.
Yeah.
Okay.
So bila you dah jual rumah and you want so specifically this kind of property, you rasa you will end up homeless tak?
It will take a very long
Probably
time to
lah.
find the house of your dreams.
Yeah, right. So it all depends. So this is what happened bila you sell first. You cannot, of course lah, kalau kita nak cakap, you cannot be choosy and picky. We have no right to say that because you are the one who's paying for the house and
You are going to be staying there for the next few years.
yeah, correct. And it's not cheap. I have clients saying, I beli rumah bukan murah, you know. I beli rumah, you know, 600,000, 700,000. Of course, with such an amount, they want something which they love, which you would love. So, kalau you sell first, and some clients, right, they will do their checks first, before they even start selling. So at least you know what kind of house you would want.
So if you can't find a house that you like in time, you may need to rent short term after you sell your current house.
Even though kan sometimes you dapat extension, you minta extension from the buyers.
Correct.
Yeah, so when you get extension, but then of course when you do your selling first, right, you only have this specific number of days. Sometimes we ask for 60 days to look for a house. So kalau this 60 days tak cukup, you have to end up selling first, and then you might end up kena rent.
An extension only how long? HDB allow?
Maximum 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. An extension secure tak?
Actually depends, because even though sometimes there is like a written agreement between seller and buyer, but yeah, anything can happen along the way kan.
Yeah, kena tendang
So in
bila.
fact, there are cases in news that the buyers actually request for the old owners to actually leave the house earlier. Yeah, so
I ada this client. My client is the buyer, and then the seller is actually an agent. They are selling their house and they're getting a BTO. Tapi when the time comes to completion and the past extension pun, the BTO, he says
Not
his
ready.
flooring not ready. His renovation not ready. So he keep asking for extension.
beyond that 3 months.
Yeah, beyond that 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
as a buyer agent, of course we have to put our foot down somewhere lah. Cannot just keep giving them extension.
Yeah.
My case pula terbalik. Yeah, I was serving the seller and it has already been agreed for this price that they buy, which has a COV with 3 months extension. But nearing the completion date, the agent for the buyer was trying to negotiate, can we move in 1 month can we shorten the extension to 2 months so we can move in 1 month earlier? And even we told them, because why, we bought a house and that house also need major overhaul. So they don't have any place to stay. Yeah. So in the end, we make a slight give and take lah,
come to a
just 1 or
compromise,
2 days before the end of our extension, we actually are able to leave the house lah.
Yeah. So these are the things you have to live with These are the
Be aware of.
bila you want to sell first, lepas tu rumah and you get extension, lepas tu rumah yang you beli tu nak kena renovate. So of course, selling first, these are the things you need to look out for. What about buying first kalau you beli dulu?
So kalau you buy first and then you dah nampak a house that you like, you suka, you buat deposit, but then after that later you tak boleh jual your house, then how? Or your house take too long to sell, then macam mana?
Especially if your house have ethnic quota ke, can only sell to a certain group of buyers and takes longer than usual. Wow, then it will be very difficult. So that's why when you're buying, first, these are some of the considerations that you need to take. Also, in terms of your submission timeline, you might also perhaps request for a longer submission days.
Because you actually need your cash proceeds, your CPF refunded to you before you can make a payment for your new house, right?
Yeah. So that's why that delayed submission is very important.
Why do people buy first in the first place? Because your requirements are really very specific. You nak sini, you nak ngadap sana, you nak ngadap sini. So that's when people buy first. But I ever did a case where her current house is already fully paid up. So, and she have ample CPF and loan to purchase first while staying in her current HDB flat. And bila you beli dulu, when you buy first, you will have 6 months to dispose of your current flat. So what she did was she buy first, but she really went hunting for, it was quite some time lah, the hunt, and then lepas tu she found this flat which she likes. This one, you tak payah worry about, the timeline and all, because you just sell first, and then she has the luxury of 6 months to sell off a current flat. That is provided you have strong CPF, your loan is enough to cover it. That means your CPF OA and your loan is enough to cover the purchase of the new flat.
But not everyone has that.
Correct. Yeah, that one, if you have that, then you can buy first. But if you don't, that's when, like Fazli was saying, you need your CPF, and then you need your timeline kena match. And then bila nak jual rumah tu, sometimes, when you already buy first, right? So when you have let's say lah, the buyer give you like 90 days to sell off your house. So ni dah maybe 70 days. You still haven't sold. So what you need to do? Houses which are cheap houses will go off fast.
So in the end, you have to actually reduce the price of your house. So instead of selling at a certain price, maybe 500K, but you may need to, reduce your price house to 450 to ensure that there are buyers that find it attractive enough to buy your unit.
So in summary, let's say kalau you sell first, what happens?
So when you sell first, you know exactly how much cash and CPF you're getting back from your current house and how much is your budget for your next purchase.
Correct. But then, of course, that's the pro lah. The cons is you have the risk of being homeless temporarily. Sebab you sell first, right? Lepas you cerewet, tak tahu rumah apa yang nak beli, so you're homeless. And then also, you may feel pressured to just simply buy. Sometimes, okay, you pernah bawa buyer yang pergi tengok rumah sampai 20-30 rumah. And then lepas tu stress kan, dah tengok terlalu banyak until they settle for something which because dah penat, so something which is not really to their requirements. So this is what happens when you sell first.
So if they actually have alternative accommodation ke in between to move in with their parents ke interim, and then that would be best lah. At least they don't need to rent out lah.
Correct. And what about buying first?
In the reverse way, if you buy first, you don't need to rush into choosing a house that you like. You know where you're going to move to. You have more peace of mind, I guess.
And then, of course, the cons, you will need a bridging loan, like you were saying just now. And then also, if you cannot sell your old house on time, what happens? Cash flow stress, malam cannot sleep, more grey hair. Right.
Pening kepala.
So, which is better, sell first or buy first?
So in our experience as agents, I think Wawa over how many years experience?
15.
15 years. I think we of course prefer to sell
first
first.
lah.
Yeah.
At least there's a better timeline for our clients. Tak pening-pening kepala nak buat two things at a time. So when you sell first, you can actually know how much your cash proceeds is and your CPF that you're getting back from your current house, and also budget for your next purchase.
We prefer to do that also. Bukan sebab it's easier for us. No, nanti klien cakap, oh awak nak kerja senang aja No, it's not that. Bukan nak kerja senang. Because we also, kita nak kurangkan headache for our clients out there. Of course, we will give you options. You nak beli dulu atau jual dulu. But the norm, most agents, most of the cases, even in my 15 years kan, I buat buy first satu kali je. Yeah, because client prefer to have their property sold off first lah. Diorang tak nak stress nak kena jual rumah lepas beli.
That's why agents are here to help you manage your timeline.
Correct.
So let's say you need a longer time to find your house, we will negotiate with the other party to allow you to have a longer time.
So you can only buy first bila when can you buy first?
When you're first time buyer.
Yeah, tak ada rumah nak jual. But that one you have a luxury of time to tengok berapa rumah you nak. Yeah. And then also, if your requirements are so specific, mati-mati nak block ni, you tunggulah. Either kita door knock ke.
For example, you want really around this area because you want to be close to your parents, and the price is at a good price, and you do not want to miss it. Then maybe you have to buy first lah.
And also you will need to buy first bila you have parents who are really elderly, you tak ada tempat nak tinggal, and your parents are maybe bedridden. You don't want to disrupt their cycle. Sometimes nowadays banyak parents with dementia and all, that one will be a headache for you. You have to juggle between the parents. So that's when it's good for you to buy first if you have the means. So buy first or sell first. Ultimately, inshallah, we will plan the timeline for you. And if you have any queries, do drop us a DM.
Comments in our message below.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and even Facebook.
So we are
Sisters in
Property. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum.